Welcome to Reunion Arena, where a sellout crowd is on hand anticipating the start of tonight's activities, culminated by the crowning of this year's Slam Dunk Champion. Hi everybody, I'm Rick Barry, and I'm really glad that you joined us tonight because I think you're in for quite an evening of entertainment. In just 3 years, All-Star Saturday has become one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Now, in addition to the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championships and the Schick Legends Classic, this year there's a new event. It's the American Airlines three-point shootout, and you'll see some of the long-range bombardiers of the NBA, including Larry Bird, in action. And coming up in the telecast, my other colleagues here at TBS are going to be joining us. Skip Carey and Red Auerbach will bring you the Legends Classic. John Andres will join me for the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championships, and Bill Russell and I will be doing the three-point shootout. But I did manage to scrounge up one of the coaches of the Legends. And I did say scrounge up because this is an old-timer here, and I'm upset, Bill, because you have lied to me the second time now. You told me, first of all, you're never going to play again, and you played ball in the play you were in, and now you said you weren't going to coach, and here you are coaching the East. Now, what's the story?
Well, Rick, I was beginning to feel a little young for my age, and one day of coaching will catch me up.
What do you plan? What's your big strategy for the ball game?
Well, I'm going to watch these guys and see who's about to have a heart attack, because I think that if we can get a little medicine involved in the show, we can really hold the audience.
Okay, well, listen, good luck to you. I know you've had a great career, and this should really be a highlight of the wonderful career you did have, and just don't hurt anybody out there, please, Bill. Now, one of the big things everybody looks forward to is the Slam Dunk Championship. So here's a look at the players warming up, getting ready for the competition.
All-Star Saturday on TBS is brought to you by Light Beer from Miller, everything you always wanted in a beer and less. By Renault Jeep, official vehicles of the NBA. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade is thirst aid for that deep down body thirst. By Schick Disposable, the disposable razor made to stay sharp and shave close. Shave after shave after shave. By the Prudential, offering a full range of insurance and financial services. By O'Grady's brand potato chips, the more potato chip that's thick with flavor. And by American Airlines, offering flights to over 100 cities throughout the continental U.S., Hawaii, and abroad. The official airline of the NBA.
Well, it's getting close to that time. This is going to be an exciting 2 hours, but the Slam Dunk first round coming up right now. And to set the scene for us, I'm going to bring in John Andres. Of course, John, you last year were an official as far as the dunk goes. What can we look for in today's competition?
Rick, there's going to be a lot of sweat out there. I know these guys take this very seriously. There's a lot of competitive juices working. There's also over $30,000 that the Gatorade company has put up for this event. A lot of young guys out there. They're not the high earners income-wise in the NBA, so there's a lot of chance of a big exposure here, and the young guys are looking forward to it. Gerald Wilkins was a late addition. Orlando Woolridge got hurt. He's out here from the Knicks. He's very exciting. He may jump over a chair with someone sitting on it if Dominique gives him enough to work with out there. Jerome Kersey in addition. I like Roy Hinson, too, a quiet guy no one speaks about.
Hey, well, Roy talked about the fact that he said he's going to win. He thinks he's the best.
Well, he's the biggest guy, and he's got an unbelievable stretch out there when he extends his arms. But, of course, the emotional hometown favorite, 5'7" Spud Webb, from this area, has gotten a lot of national publicity lately, a great leaper, and he will really turn the crowd on. But I don't think he's a contestant to win this thing.
All right, and speaking of who you think might be able to win, I have my favorite. I think Dominique Wilkins is going to win this thing, John. I think he should have won the first year. He won last year in convincing fashion. I pick him to be a second-time winner this year.
That's very conservative, I'd say. I'll tell you, I like Gerald Wilkins, his brother. Dominique's a vertical leaper. Gerald sort of goes horizontal, and I think that might get the crowd going, particularly if he jumps over someone sitting in a chair.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the rules.
All right, this is a very loose situation here. There are 3 rounds. Dominique, as last year's champion, immediately goes to the semis, so he watches 7 people compete in the first round. But then there'll be 4 guys in the semis, including Dominique Wilkins, and they get 3 dunks each in the first 2 rounds. The last round, there'll be only 2 dunks as they go for the championship. They get 24 seconds. You can walk with the ball, no problem. You can use 2 basketballs. If you miss a dunk, which is very interesting, you can actually miss up to 2 dunks and still come out and do it again. It won't go against you, although a final miss will only be 5 points, and it's a scoring based on 1 to 10. Creativity, athleticism, and style are the guidelines here, so there's lots of rooms. I was telling Gerald Wilkins yesterday, coming down from Utah, you got to use a lot of motion out there. That's what really turns on the judges.
Okay, well, the crowd is ready to go. Let's take a look before we get started at who the judges are for the competition. And the judges, from left to right, Tom Sanders of the Celtics, Roger Staubach from football fame, Cassie Russell, former NBA player, Martina Navratilova, and Dave Cowens, the former Celtic great. And now, Spud's first attempt in the dunk competition. And John, it looks like he's measuring things out pretty closely.
Well, he is. He's got a flair for the dramatic, Rick, and he's a hometown guy. The crowd really loves him, and he's fresh off his visit on the Tonight Show the other night, so he's got a flair.
Oh! John, that ball looked like it hit Spud and came out. That's what he's saying. It hit him in the head, I think, and bounced back out of the basket.
It looked like he didn't make the shot, though.
Well, we're going to have to get an official ruling from Norm Drucker. You see him saying that the ball hit me.
Yes, he got it in the basket. That's what he's claiming.
And there's Norm checking out. They're giving him the ball. Looks like he's going to have to take another attempt.
Norm is still staying over by the table, though, Rick. Let's see what gives here.
Spud's still questioning it. Norm getting getting some information from some of the other officials. Even the judges, Dave Cowens, you see, saying that it came
Yeah, Cowens said it went down.
Right there, you saw the gesture off of the head. Martina also just verifying that. Let's take a look at the replay. Here it is. Oh, definitely hit him right on the forehead.
No
Bounced
question
right
about
out.
it. Look how high up he is. 5'7".
The littlest man in the competition, and his score, 46 points. So Spud Webb gets things off to a flying start. His teammate Dominique Wilkins, defending champion, congratulating him.
A little extra respect there, I think, from that glance of Dominique.
Now, Terrence Stansbury, first round, his first attempt, he had 34.
Whoa!
Oh, that's the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty, 360, and that's what turned him on in Indiana last year when he finished 3rd in his slam dunk.
Stansbury had a little difficulty first round, missed his first 2 attempts, came back, and there it is in slow motion, the 360 Statue of Liberty.
I thought he might save that, but he went to it right away.
Right, of course, he came in 3rd last year in that competition, and Indiana had his big cheering section with him, his coaching staff.
Yeah, he has a staff of advisors here.
Now the second dunk of Roy Hinson. In the first round, had a 35.
Basic slam off the right wrist there. Roy at 6'9.5" is the tallest competitor this year.
John, he's more like a power dunker. Doesn't seem like he really gets a tremendous amount of creativity in his dunks. Let's take another look at it. Little cuff job.
Yeah, that's real nice when there's 9 other men on the court, but for this contest, it's a little basic. There's not much flair there from Roy.
Well, he said that he thought he could win because he was the best. He certainly gets great elevation, but he doesn't have a lot of charisma when he goes up. I mean, I'd like to have his bad dunks.
Well, here's the guy who's shaking up the New York Knicks lineup, Gerald Wilkins. He's in for Orlando Woolridge, who couldn't make it this year because he hurt his hand.
Well, he shook him up with a 44 in his first attempt. Here goes for the second try. Over the chair.
Oh!
Right.
He talked about that the other day. He wanted to do something special, and that was it. He put that chair about 4 feet out in front of the basket.
Well, he didn't put it there. Trent Tucker put it there. His
teammate. Yeah, his teammate.
Another look. Over the chair.
Isn't that incredible? And I'll tell you, Rick, he is no taller than 6'5".
Well, the smaller guys, it seems that it creates some sort of an illusion that they're doing more. The big guys, it doesn't seem like they have to take quite as much effort to do it. So the little guys have a little advantage in that respect. Well, now, Terry Tyler.
Terry Tyler is the oldest competitor here at 29 years old. Now a member of the Sacramento Kings. Let's see what he brings.
Oh, your basic stuff, John. Your basic stuff.
Yeah, he's starting out easily. A lot of guys figure they want to start out and save their best stuff for later. Unfortunately, though, if the first stuff isn't good enough, he won't get to the second round.
Another look, Terry Tyler. He really said that he did his best jumping when he was back in college. He had a 45-inch vertical leap, and it looks like he's lost a little bit of that, John.
Terry looks like he's tired a little bit now.
36, so not a